What is fear? Is it perception, feeling, or maybe even a reaction inside my body? There's definitely more fears than I have for myself that I can really handle at some points, but I think the more I'm exposed to my fears, the more I kind of almost get comfortable with it, which is kind of weird to say. I know one of them's definitely if I'm driving on the highway and I have this fear that if I'm next to him or next to it, and he changes lanes, he's not going to see me and then I'm going to get crushed. But it seems like the more I'm exposed to him and try to handle it the best I can and cope with it, the better I am with it. I notice different nervous habits of mine when I'm trying to cope with these on a different level that other people notice too. My hands start trembling and I start picking at my fingertips. It's like people kind of look at you like you're weird and it makes you kind of feel like you're ridiculed. It seems like it's easier to cope with more because you're just used to it. It's like waking up every day with only 3 hours of sleep in your system. Your body's so used to how you feel, it's normal to you, but when other people see it, it's kind of weird to them. I guess that's why I look at it as comedy because no one really knows what you're going through or what's going through your head, and it's kind of um, it's like a comedy running through my head because people think they have it so easy. What most people with anxiety and fears don't realize is that you can change your perception on this so that you can cope with it. I tend to turn it into comedy. When the scary part of the movie comes on and I jump a little, I like to laugh because I find it funny. I choose this method for myself because I got tired of having to rely on medication to help me cope with this problem. For me, it's sometimes embarrassing when I tremble a little and people ask me if I'm okay. Using psychology and tricking my mind into thinking that it's okay to be scared and it can be funny is sometimes a coping mechanism that I like to use to make me feel better. My fears are actually what brought me closer to horror movies. Knowing that something could or might come up and actually potentially scare me it is kind of a rush, and I love that part of it. I really like to find hobbies that take my mind off of life sometimes. Lately, it's been pretty amazing because I get to spend a lot of time with my girlfriend. I get to spend time filming my projects, and I also get to game out sometimes. It's my way of nerding out, and it gets me away from work, getting sucked into life too much, and it's kind of therapeutic. I love the feeling of being relaxed. My body feels at ease, but it only happens when I'm really focused and driven on something that I take a lot of pride in.